Hey guys, I'm still working on my Sony XB31, XB41, and XB21 review, but I actually want to make a separate video on how to get these newer Sony speakers to play in sync with the older Sony XB30, Sony XB20, and the Sony XB40, because even though it is possible to get these speakers to play in sync, it's a lot harder than I would actually like, and unfortunately Sony's customer support and documentation were no help, so I've actually just been mashing buttons on these speakers for the last hour or so, but I actually got it figured out, so hopefully here's a quick little tutorial on how you can do it, and hopefully I can prevent any frustration on your end, because I know I was this close to punching a hole in the wall. Now if you want to pick up either of these Bluetooth speakers, I'll have a link in the description below, and if you use the link, it really helps out the channel. Obviously, when you first get your Bluetooth speaker, you're going to pair it up to your phone over Bluetooth. After you've done that, you're going to go into your phone's app store and you're going to download Sony's Music Center app. Now, in this first demonstration, you're going to pair up the Sony XB31 to the Sony XB21, which is much easier this time around. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to open up the compartment on the back and you're going to see three buttons. There's a battery button, a WPC button, and an add button. WPC stands for wireless party chain, and basically that means you'll be able to pair up to 100 Sony speakers together. It doesn't matter what size they are or if they're older or newer. If they pair up, they pair up. The add button is to pair up two of the same speakers together. So if I have two Sony XB31s, I would be able to pair them up in stereo mode to get left and right stereo. And if I had two Sony XB30s, I can get them to play in stereo mode as well. But unfortunately, I haven't been able to get the Sony XB31 to play in stereo mode with the Sony XB30. And personally, I think that's pretty ridiculous because they both sound pretty identical. So for our first demonstration, we're going to pair up the Sony XB31 to the Sony XB21. First things first, we're going to click on WPC. Wherever we click WPC first, that speaker automatically becomes the master. So in this demonstration, the XB31 is the master and the Sony XB21 is the slave. Now that their WPC lights are on, we're going to go over to our phone and we're going to open up Music Center. And we're going to give it a minute. And we're going to click on SRS XB31 Party Chain until we hear that tone. That means these two speakers are now playing together. And here's a quick little demo on the music. Now I can lower the volume from my phone on both speakers, and if I click on the volume controls on the master, I can control the volume on both speakers as well. But unfortunately, clicking the volume controls on another speaker that isn't the master, in this case the 21, it's not going to adjust the volume on all of the speakers. The XB31 stays just as loud. Okay, now here's the fun part. We're going to get the Sony XB31 to play in sync with the older Sony XB30. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to click on WPC on the XB31 because I found it's much easier having this speaker as the master. After you've clicked WPC here, you're going to go over to the Sony XB30 and you're going to press and hold the add and plus button at the same time. Now that these two are looking for speakers to pair with, you're going to go over to your phone and open up Music Center. And we're going to click on SRS XB31 Party Chain. And once you hear the tone and you see the Bluetooth light on the Sony XB31 is solid, these two guys are paired up. So let's get a little sound test going. Okay, again, this guy's the master, so I can control the volumes from both speakers here. But unfortunately, these buttons don't control all of the speakers, just this one. Okay, and now here's going to be the really cool part. We're going to get all of these speakers to play in sync. Again, we're going to start off with the Sony XB31 and make this guy the master. We're going to click on WPC here, and now we're just going to click on WPC on the 21. And just like we did on the XB31 before, we're going to click and hold the add and plus button. And we're going to do that on these two guys as well, so And now we're going to jump into the Music Center app and we're going to open that guy up. And we're going to click on SRS XB31 Party Chain. And there we go. Now we got the tone and the light is solid on the Sony XB31. And here's the sound test. All of these guys are playing. Again, I can control all of the volumes from this guy here because this is our master. But unfortunately, the volume controls on these slaves isn't really going to do much. Alright guys, and that's how you get these newer Sony XB31, XB21 to play in sync with the older Sony XB20, XB30, and XB40. Obviously, if you only have the smaller XB21 or the larger Sony XB41, this method will work as well. Hopefully this quick little tutorial helped you guys out, and keep in mind, the full review on the Sony XB21, XB31, and XB41 will be out in the next few days, so click or tap up here, it's probably out by now. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. It helps out more than you realize. For more product reviews and deal alerts, check out jimcaddy.net. If you want to support the channel, pick up a shirt, and I'll catch you next time.